Welcome to Frontline Football. It's your predictions champion coming to you live from my room. Yes, throw that book. I got the predictions trophy, which is a random water bottle I found at my desk because I don't have any sort of creative engineering. But predictions trophy is now a water bottle. So welcome to Frontline Football predictions. This is week 6. Wow, time is flying by. But I'm gonna just get right into it. Whoever reads the predictions.
Who's doing polls?
Oh yeah, let's do polls.
Who's doing polls?
I'll do
Josh,
polls.
you're doing polls. Okay, so our first matchup is Josh is frozen. Okay,
Oh,
so our first matchup is Jack. You want to do polls?
sure. I'm not very
Okay, Josh.
fast, but I can find them.
Okay, so the first matchup is Chiefs Bills. I'm gonna hand what
That's
uh
Monday night.
what?
That's a Monday night game.
I don't care. We're starting with it because it's the first on my list.
Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs,
And it's
Bills.
also
Okay, I found them. Awesome.
Okay, what are the polls?
All right, currently we have some big Chiefs fans out here. It's 80-20 Chiefs favored.
Yikes! All
So-
right, Josh, what are your thoughts?
okay. Right before I say my take on the game, we have named this the most honorary thing that you can name a game. Not America's game of the week, Frontline Football's game of the week. That means that we think it's going to be the best matchup for you to watch this Monday at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Okay, so now it's time to get into my take. I feel like the Chiefs are going to have a rebound week this week because as we're filming this, the Bills-Titans game is going on. And from what I've seen in the first half, the Bills are not doing that well against the Titans, who, mind you, have taken 2 weeks off from the season due to COVID issues. So I feel like the Chiefs are going to win here. Zach, your thoughts?
I'd say Chiefs also. Chiefs have a better team around them. I think the losing to the Raiders was a little fluke. I think they were a little overconfident and now they're going back down to reality and they're gonna beat the Bills because the Bills are they're the Bills. They can win games and they against bad teams, but they'll lose against really good teams. So yeah. All right, Jack, what are your thoughts?
Give me the Chiefs here. Personally, as I watch on my phone, the Titans are winning 28-10 against the Bills, and they haven't played for 2 weeks, like Josh said. But also, I think the Chiefs lost to the Raiders because I feel like they were overlooking the Raiders and they were looking forward to the Bills. So I have a feeling that Andy Reid and Mahomes are going to come out with an amazing game plan, and I think that Josh Allen is not going to be able to overcome the Super Bowl champions this time.
All right. So the next matchup is the Bears and Panthers. Jack, do you have the polls or should I hand this one off to Josh?
The Bears and the Panthers, we are currently at a 50-50 deadlock. This is going to be an interesting one. We are a direct tie. I'll hand this one off to Josh. What are your thoughts?
Okay, for this game, give me the Bears. The Bears are going to win this game with Big D, Nick, and the Bears are going to win this game because they just look like a more complete team than Carolina does. I feel like Nick Foles has shown that he can be great in these moments. He took down the Bucks. He took down the Falcons. So now they're going to roll through the Panthers. Jack, what are your thoughts on the game?
Since last week was super continuity, where we all pretty much picked the same teams, I'm actually going to take the upset here. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers here. I think this is one of the best shots at an upset this week. They've looked impressive. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and overall, I like what I've seen. I've not been very high on the Bears, but they keep proving me wrong every week. But I think this week, I like Robbie Anderson. I like Teddy Bridgewater, but I'm just into the upset. I like the Panthers here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I'm going with the Panthers also. I like their team also. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Tay Bridgewater. They make a great wide receiver quarterback duo, actually trio. So I think that they're gonna pull through against the Bears. The Bears defense is a little bit shaky, but it's there. So yeah, it's gonna be a great matchup, I think. So, is that any other closing thoughts, or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go.
All right. So, the next matchup is the Bengals versus the Colts. Jack, do you have the polls or?
The polls are 2080 Colts are favored here against Joey Burrow and the Bengals. I'm going to hand this one off to Josh to open us up.
Okay, so really you got to take into account who have the Bengals and the Colts been playing. The Colts have just lost to the Browns. Mind you, the Browns are a really good team now. They have only lost one game so far. So in this matchup, I just feel like the Colts will have the edge due to Phillip Rivers' longevity in the league, Burrow's newness, the Bengals not having the best of situations for Burrow to be in. I feel like with Indianapolis' defense, even though that it is average, it's going to get into the backfield with Burrow. So I don't feel like the Bengals have a chance in this game. So I would say give me the Indianapolis Colts. Zach, your thoughts?
I also think the Colts. The Colts are, well, they're not looking good and they're not looking bad. They look good when they have the lead. If they don't have the lead, then they're not good as much as they could be. So I'm going with the Colts because Phillip Rivers, I think T.Y. Hilton is in the game. Is he? I forgot.
Yeah, I think he's in.
Yeah,
All right. T.Y. Hilton's really good. Like, all those guys, that defense is one of the best, in my opinion. And then the O-line, that O-line is amazing. So, I'm going with the Colts. Jack, what are your thoughts?
Give me the Colts here. I think this is just a mismatch for Joe Burrow, because though I don't personally believe the Colts have the best defense in the league, they are the third best scoring defense in the league, statistically. And I like their front seven with DeForest Buckner and Justin Houston. Though Leonard's out, that's why I think Joe Burrow will be able to stay in this game. They lose their defensive quarterback. So I think that they're going to be able to hang in here. But at the end of the day, I think Phillip Rivers is the veteran QB, and at the end of the day, he's going to get the win over the young buck here.
Okay, so the next matchup is the Browns versus the Steelers. Browns just got a win over. Browns just got over a win against. I forgot. Colts. Browns just got a win over the Colts. So, and then the Steelers got a win over the Eagles. Where are the polls, Jack?
Polls this week are going to be Browns at 43% to Steelers at 57%. Open us up, Josh.
Okay, so for this matchup, I feel like the Cleveland Browns are going to get the upset. They look good against a lot of the teams that they're playing against. They're keeping it close. They're keeping it nice. They're keeping it good. So I just feel like the Steelers, they've had competition here and there, but I feel like the Browns have just faced that better competition. They have shown that they can be great. So give me an upset win for the Browns here. Jack, your thoughts?
This one was probably my second hardest pick this week. But I'm going to have to give this one to actually the Steelers here. I just think the Browns offense runs through the running backs. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb's on IR, but Kareem Hunt's taking it over. And the Steelers have one of the best run defenders in the league. The tiebreaker here for me was Big Ben's a little older. They're looking in sync. Though I could 100% see the Browns winning this, and I could definitely see this game going either way, I'm going to give it to the Steelers this time around. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I have to go with the Steelers also. Steelers have a really good they have a really good run stopping team. They can stop the run at any time. I think Kareem Hunt's not going to be able to move, and we're going to see Baker Mayfield's flaws. So, yeah. Also, Big Ben has been really clicking with Juju Smith-Schuster a lot, and I think that they're going to have a really good time with dealing with the Browns secondary. The only thing I could see the Browns winning because of how Myles Garrett plays and how Baker plays. Those and Odell and all those guys. But That's a big Odell will probably go out there and ball out, but Baker is the issue in my opinion. So yeah. Okay. So the next matchup. Wait, did you go, Josh?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. So the next matchup is the Falcons versus the Vikings. Jack, what are the polls?
The polls are 50-50. Falcons, Vikings split down the middle. I'm going to change it up this time, and I'm going to give it off to Zach first.
Okay. Vikings. The Falcons, I don't even think, do they have a head coach?
No, they haven't even
Oh,
promoted anyone yet.
okay. Well, I'm going with the Vikings because when that new head coach arrives, they will have to be getting used to a system. I bet they're gonna have to get used to their system, and it's gonna be really hard. It's not like what the Texans did, which was a decent job by them. I can say that, but getting their defensive coordinator from last year to move up to head coach, which that was a good move. But the Falcons don't even have a head coach, so the Vikings are the obvious pick, and the Falcons haven't now a win this year. So yeah, so I'm going with Vikings. I'll hand this one off to Jack. What are your thoughts?
Give me the Vikings here. Falcons, let's be honest, they look awful. They have no secondary whatsoever, and though the Vikings have been off to a very rough start, I think Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson starting to come into his own versus the random guy that the Falcons have decided to sign off the streets as cornerback isn't going to go well. I think the Vikings are going to win. I think they're going to win big here. Though I think it's going to be high scoring, I think the Vikings are just going to end up running away with it because they're the better team and they have a head coach. That's big. The Texans were able to win because the Jaguars are awful, but interim head coach starting out, they also had Romeo Crennel, who has so much coaching experience already that it worked out well. Where I don't even know who the Falcons interim head coach is going to be. Give me the Vikings here. What are your thoughts, Josh?
I'm gonna say it. Give me the Atlanta Falcons because in the games that they've been in, they've been able to have the lead at some points. Of course, they have choked it every single time, but the thing is, they know how to get leads. I feel like they're just going to turn a new leaf here when they face the Vikings. And the Vikings did make some crucial mistakes against the probably, I'm going to say it's Super Bowl champion Seahawks. So I feel like this is going to be a game for Atlanta to win. That interim head coach is going to really help the Falcons find their footing this week. They're gonna hit practice hard, and I feel like they're going to win this game.
Okay, so now we have the Washington football team versus the New York Giants. New York hasn't gotten a win, while Washington football team has gotten one win. Jack, what are the polls? And then say what your prediction is.
The polls as of right now, the football team is winning 67% to 33% Giants, but here I am taking the G-men. Who's the Redskins, or not Red, football team starting quarterback? It's Alex Smith on one leg, or it's Kyle Allen. And I don't just buy into the Redskins football team having one quarterback. Alex Smith is their quarterback, and Dwayne Haskins is benched. I don't even think he showed up to the game. I think the Giants defense, actually, according to a statistic, looked solid in certain cases, and I think they're going to be able to stop Alex Smith. I am way off today. So I think they're going to stop Alex Smith, and I'm going to get the Giants to win their first game here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I don't like choosing the same stuff, but I also say the Giants. The Giants were really good against the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys have no defense. But they looked really good against the Cowboys. I think that they're going to pull this off again. I think Daniel Jones will have a really good time. Just be careful of Chase Young and that deadly front seven. Josh, what are your thoughts?
I hate whenever we go for a sweep here, but I'm saying Giants too. The Giants looked really good against the Cowboys. Sure, they had some crucial mistakes down the stretch, but I feel like with not our team, the football team, they are going to get it done. Because Danny Dimes is probably better than One Leg Smith. and I just feel like they're just gonna have a close game, but they're gonna pull it out with probably a Graham Gano field goal to win the game. So give me Giants here.
All right. So the next matchup is the Lions versus the Jaguars. What are the polls, Jack?
Polls are currently dominated by Detroit. Lions winning 80, Jaguars 20. I'm going to hand this one off to Josh.
Well, when I was really thinking about the game, I was really thinking, who have the Jaguars lost to? They have lost to every single zero-win team out there. So for this reason, and also I've looked at the Lions winning too. They've won against the Cardinals, who did beat the 49ers at their best. So I feel like Detroit's going to get another win here. They're going to not do it in the prettiest fashion, but they're going to do it in a fashion. So give me Detroit beating Jacksonville. Zach, your thoughts?
I say Lions also. Lions, they've been looking a lot better, but they still got a lot of issues because they did beat the Cardinals, yes, but I don't think the Cardinals were really expecting them to bring that much of a fight. So, and the Jags are going to be trying to game plan around them, but the Jags also lost the Texans, and that they didn't even have a head coach except Romeo Cornell. So, yeah. I'm saying Lions. Okay, Jack, what are your thoughts?
I'm taking the Lions here just based on the fact that they had a bye week pretty much. I don't remember them playing a game this Sunday, and I don't think they did. This gave time for whoever was hurt to get healthy and for them to really get a good game plan because they really need a big win here. I think they're 1-2 or 1-3. They need to make a stand here, win a game, and I think that Matthew Stafford is going to outplay Minshew Magic. As I slowly feel like the Jaguars win over the Colts with a fluke, and they're starting to fall back down into the tanking section. What are your thoughts? Whoever hasn't gone.
Well, we have all gone, but they did not play last week, so yeah, they did have a bye week. Okay, so the next matchup is the Ravens versus the Eagles. Where are the polls, Jack?
The polls are Ravens 86% to the Eagles 14%. Take it away, Zach.
Okay, I say Ravens. Ravens are the obvious pick here. They're going on a very, very lethal run. They lost to the Chiefs, and they've destroyed every other team in their path. So, yeah. They got like Lamar Jackson. I'll just keep naming players, but I'm gonna just say Lamar Jackson for now. But I'm gonna hand this one off to Josh and see what his thoughts are.
Again, it's just going to be a massacre. Give me the Ravens here. They've looked great these last couple weeks. Their only shortcoming was against the Chiefs, which they were the Super Bowl winners, so you can't fault them for that. But with the injury-prone Eagles, I don't think that they're going to do well. The Ravens are just going to blow them out this game. This will kind of be like one of those games where Alabama pays a small school to beat it up on. So give me the Ravens here, winning big. Jack, your thoughts?
I'm taking the Ravens here big for the same reasons I had last week against the Bengals. Eagles, majorly injured on key positions such as offensive line. Ravens, underrated defense. Eagles, injured in major positions on defense. Ravens, great offense. And that's the bottom line. Ravens big here. What are your thoughts, Zach? I think everyone's gone.
Yeah. Okay, so the next matchup is the Titans versus the Texans. What are the polls, Jack?
The polls are Texans 29% to the Titans 71%. Big lead
right.
for the Titans here.
All right, Josh, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are the Houston Texans. Now, hear me out here. I know that I'm doing a very, very hot take, like 100 degrees hot take. But hear me out. The Texans, they're looking hot. They're looking good. Romeo Cornell has tightened up our defense. He's really our offense coordinator has helped Deshaun Watson spread out the field and helped what's his face? Brandon Cooks get open. He helped our offense click. Our defense got some really good fumbles. I mean, everything was just clicking for the Texans last week. They're a well-oiled machine. Of course, we're going up against the Titans, who are probably going 4-0 after tonight. But I feel like the Texans can get it done here. So go Houston. This may be blind fandom, but go Houston.
All right, Jack, what are your thoughts?
I gotta give this one to the Titans. They look really good against the team with an MVP candidate in Josh Allen. And overall, they don't look like they have that much rust. They're going up against the Texans, who just fired their head coach recently. And though I think the Texans may be able to keep it close if they can somehow shut down Tannehill and Derrick Henry, I don't see a pathway to victory for them. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I also say the Titans. Titans are going to run all over the Texans with Derrick Henry because they still don't have a stop for the road, Josh. Even though that Romeo Crennel is trying to push that into the defense's face, they are not getting it. So I think Derrick Henry will run all over them like he did in Week 17 and got the rushing title. So, Titans. All right. So the next matchup is the Pats versus the Broncos. They're supposed to play last week, but I don't know what happened. I think COVID. But yeah. Okay, so what are the polls, Jack?
Polls are 83% Patriots, 17% Broncos.
Okay. Josh, I guess what are your thoughts?
For this game, give me the Patriots. I mean, even with their backups, they're still 10 times better than the Broncos practice squad. This really isn't. This doesn't even seem like a game here because the Patriots just have it on lock. They're going to win. They're not going to win big, but only they maybe will win big, but they're going to win. Zach, your thoughts?
I'm actually going to say the Broncos. Broncos, they actually have people on their team. They lost Gilmore. That's a really big loss. They also lost Cam Newton. So
Newton's back this week.
He is.
I think so. I think 14 days are up.
He doesn't have COVID anymore?
Well, yeah, because COVID only lasts 14 days when you have to quarantine. So I think.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm still going to say the Broncos. I think the Broncos will be just fine even if Cam Newton's on the field because they're going to be scoring, hopefully, with, I think it's Nick Mullen. But that's the Niners quarterback.
Like Ryder or something.
I don't care about him.
Or Drew Lock. Drew Lock may be back.
Oh, Drew Lock. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think Jerry Jeudy's going to have a decent game. He's going to not be locked down by Gilmore. Now, if Gilmore was in this game, I would have already said the Pats, but I'm saying Broncos. Okay, Jack, what are your thoughts?
I gotta go with the New England Patriots here. Bill Belichick can coach anyone, not to include, no matter who he's playing, he is a god against young quarterbacks. He beats nearly every single one he's running across, besides maybe Mahomes and Lamar in the last 20 years. Oh yeah, and Deshaun beat him. But overall, he has like a 20 wins, like 4 or 5 losses record to the young QBs. Not to mention they're going into Foxborough, which is still no home field advantage because of fans, but I still think it's a bit of a traveling distance from Denver to Foxborough, and I think the Patriots will get the edge here, Cam or not.
Okay, so the next matchup after that is the Jets versus the Dolphins. What are the polls, Jack? And then you can say your take.
The polls are Jets 20%, Dolphins 80%. As usual, the Jets are underdogs, so I picked them to lose. Once again, give me the Dolphins big here. Fitzpatrick was destroying the 49ers. It was like 44-14 or something ridiculous. And the Jets just released their only good offensive piece, Le'Veon Bell. So we're probably rolling out Joe Flacco and Frank Gore for a week of football without Mekhi Becton, without C.J. Mosley, who opted out. Basically, the Jets are dead. I don't see a win in their future at all. So if you're a bettor, Bet against the Jets every game, and you'll make a lot of money. You'll be very happy because statistically, they've lost every game pretty much by double digits. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Give me the Miami Dolphins. They looked really good against the 49ers last week, and I just feel like they're going to keep that momentum going against the Jets because the Jets didn't do that well against the 49ers, and the Dolphins did. So it's as simple as that. Zach, your thoughts?
Is Byron Jones gonna be back?
I think he's coming back soon.
All right. Well, I'll still say the Dolphins, even if Byron Jones is not even there, because the Jets are tanking. They are tanking for Trevor or anybody. I don't think they should be tanking for Trevor because, well, I'll say that tank for later. But, I think Dolphins because I picked Dolphins because they look a lot better. They destroyed the Niners. They beat the Jags. They've done a lot. So I think Dolphins. So yeah. And maybe Tua can start this game because then like if they have like a big lead, maybe Tua can like end off the game because well they're gonna have a big lead over the Jets. So yeah. All right, so everyone said their take on that one. So the next matchup right after that is the Packers versus the Buccaneers. That's an interesting one. What are the polls, Jack?
Packers currently rule 80%, Bucks to 20%. Take it away, Zach.
I say Packers. Packers look a lot better. Rodgers looks like the real deal this year. He was the real deal last year, but that was usually because of their defense. They won a lot of games. Rodgers looks like he's basically hard carrying the team right now. The defense, they're locking up a little here and there, but it's mostly Rodgers there. So also the Packers have beaten the Saints, and the Saints beat the Bucks. So that kind of goes into that. The Bucks are not looking as good as some of the teams in the NFL or what they were projected as. So yeah. Okay. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Okay, give me the Green Bay Packers here. Rodgers is looking good. He's looking fly. And I think that they're going to get it done here. Since they just look like the better team. They're clicking on all cylinders. And just same stuff that I said about almost every team that I've chosen. They're showing some signs of life. They're just doing well. So give me the Packers against the Bucks because the Bucks just don't look that good as advertised. Jack, your thoughts?
I'm taking the Packers here. The Packers are 2 or 3 good more wins from them becoming my Super Bowl pick at this point. Aaron Rodgers is woken up from his hibernation, and I think he's about to return to his super-duper clutch, godly Aaron Rodgers form. And this was without Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard for most of the time. Imagine when he gets those guys back. Brady didn't look that impressive against the Bears, though it's Brady, so you can never count him out, but I'm going to still take the Packers here.
All right. So the next matchup right after that is the Rams versus the Niners. The Niners had a horrible loss against the Dolphins last week. Let's see if they can come back from this. What are the polls, Jack?
The polls are Rams 80% to the Niners 20%. Take it away, Josh.
Okay, so here it's going to be an obvious pick. Give me the LA Rams. Donald's looking good. Ramsey's looking good. Goff's looking good. The running backs are looking good. All the team is looking good. And the 49ers simply said they're injured. They're not going to do that well. They're going to put up a fight. But with Nick Mullins and the backup boys, I don't think that they're getting it done here. So give me the Rams for this game.
Actually, I think Garoppolo might be back.
Yeah, Garoppolo's in.
Well, still, give me the Rams. It just looks better.
All right, Jack, what are your thoughts?
I am taking the Rams here because I think this is the Rams' revenge quest. I think the 49ers, for one, they looked off against the Dolphins, and I'll give you a hint. Rams are a more complete team than the Dolphins. So you can't do that. Rough loss. Though I think Kyle Shanahan will keep it close because it's just like a rebound. Can't do that 2 weeks in a row, or else you're a bottom feeder at that point. But I'm taking the Rams big here, especially with the Rams. They just looked like the better team overall. They're 4-1. They kept it close with Buffalo, came back from 28-3, but couldn't finish the job. So yeah, that's why I'm taking the Rams to win big here. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I say the Rams. The Rams look so much better. I'm actually scared as a Cardinals fan to face them. I thought I was gonna just get an easy win here, and I thought I was gonna sweep the Cardinals were gonna sweep the Niners and the Rams. But now I'm scared that I'm gonna split or I'm gonna lose both games. So yeah, the Rams are clicking on everything. If they get Le'Veon Bell, goodbye, bye bye, bye bye Niners, and bye bye freaking hopes of me winning the division, which I won't because the Seahawks are still a thing. But yeah. Oh shoot, the Seahawks didn't play this week. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, the Rams, they have a more complete team. They also lost the Niners also lost to the Dolphins, which you just said we're not as a complete team as the Rams. There we go. So the next matchup is going to be my first ever Cardinals game I get to watch. Finally, I get to watch a Cardinals game. So yeah, and it's going to be against the Cowboys that just lost Dak Prescott. I'm very sorry for that. What are the polls, Jack?
Polls Cardinals currently lead them 67 to 33%. I'm going to open this one up to you, Zach, since this is your team.
I'm so ready for the Cardinals to beat the freaking Cowboys. I've been saying it all summer that that's the only game I get to watch to these guys. And I've been excited. I've been waiting for it, and now I get to see it. Hopefully it's a good matchup, or hopefully the Cardinals just blow these guys out so then I can just watch something else. All right, so what are your thoughts? I'm going to go to Jack.
I got to take the Cardinals here. They looked impressive against the Jets, which it's not really saying much at this point. But the Jets have a trash secondary. The Cowboys have a trash secondary. Not to mention they're going to have to adjust to life without Dak, who has been absolutely balling out of his mind. So if they weren't winning games with Dak playing at the level he's been, I have no confidence they're going to be winning with our special guest for today, Andy Dalton. So that's my take. Cardinals are going to get 4-2 here, and they're going to stay in the NFC West race. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Give me the Arizona Cardinals here. They're looking really good, and the Cowboys just lost Dak. Now, the Cowboys are going to keep it close against the Cardinals because Andy Dalton is not a quarterback to be sleeping on, but they're not going to win. The Cardinals are going to come up big and win their first game. And did they win last week's game?
Yeah.
Yes. It was against the Jets.
Well, then they're going to win 2 games. Now, they're going to get that win streak to 2 because they're playing the Cowboys, who, since losing Dak, haven't really shown to be that good, including against the Giants where they barely scraped by. So, give me the Cardinals here.
Interesting. Okay. So that's basically all for our video. Jack, do you want to do the Instagram plug?
Yes. Follow us on Instagram at FrontlineFB. Follow us on Twitter, same tag. They're right below the beautiful Bucks-Packers game that I put as the picture for predictions. If you want to participate in these polls, so let's say you really want the Jets to win a game and pick them to win in the polls, even though it's not going to happen, then you could do that if you want. And then we have to say that. You'd be a part. You'd be contributing to the video. That's all I got on the plugs. Any closing thoughts from you guys?
Don't forget to punch that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that subscribe bell. It's the amazing bell. It tells you whenever we upload new content, which you love to see more of our faces, right, guys? That's why you're watching the video in the first place. So why not get notified whenever we upload a new video so you can hear about all the sports news that's going around? Because we are so excited to tell it to you, and we can't wait to see y'all next time.
See you
All right,
guys.
so making it to the end of the video, guys.
See you guys same time, same place next Wednesday.
Bye.